on to the Durango.
Yeah, Brian, it's Bob here on location.
Bobby, how are you able to stand up in here?
It's not the way to do it at all, but
ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed history.
How about this?
So Bobby's back. Bobby's back. Family vacation up north. Freddie lost a finger. Oh, he matches Pat now. Is it the same finger?
he broke a finger. But yeah, it is.
Is it the same one that Pat lost?
I think it's the same. Yeah, left clutch hand.
Oh, that clutch hand. Bobby's still got his clutch hand, so he's all good.
I'm good.
So, but Bobby's back from family vacation, and for everybody commenting, like, we knew about it for a very long time that it was coming up. So it's not like Bobby came in Wednesday and said, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to go away this weekend. I've had enough of." Yeah, I did forget about it. I always forget about it, but either way, Bobby's back right to it. But the last week progress we'll take you through in this video that you'll see from literally the last update we gave you, so a week ago. So start of this video, there won't even be an engine in here. So, but Bobby's back cranking on it. Aiden, while Bobby was gone, and continues to, he's busting butt on the wiring. So he's been here till, do we think he's working on the wiring, or is he sleeping in the car?
I don't
He's
know,
here
the
till
camera
like
right there, but that stupid that crane there blocks it.
Oh, strategically,
So,
did you
right,
put
so
that there?
He's kind of got.
Yeah, he's right there.
Take a nap or something. I don't know.
But he's been here till 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and huge progress on the wire on both this and the grudge car. So that's good. Finish line soon. AJ will be back tomorrow because there's some stuff with this that AJ needs to sort out. Bobby, you're winding down on fab stuff. The Bobby technical stuff is winding down.
Right. The next big thing is a chute rack.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the damn parachutes.
But that's dead last because if it don't make it, you just get on the brakes a little sooner.
So we got TBM brakes, so
Right.
like therefore, good stopping power there. And in the chutes is, we'll call that grand thinking that actually we're able to get this thing running and going fast enough to need chutes. So that's what we're still hoping for. That's what we're still pushing for. But Powerfest though, next Friday. So next Saturday's roadkill that we're getting this done for. Well, we got to have this done before that. But Powerfest Friday, and the shirts just came in today, so they're on the website. So I will show you a couple shirts, all kinds of stuff. I got the burnouts, the sick burnout shirt for the Powerfest shirt. You can go get that. Whoops, sorry. You can go grab that on the website, or you can grab. Ooh, I've got the grudge car shirt, the sick bastard shirt. Go grab that off the website. These are all just limited ones for next weekend. And then Bobby's got a couple to show too. Bobby can't take any more shirts home. All I hear is he has too many shirts. You say he looks like a homeless guy because he's got shirts he's never worn.
This is Tom's shirt.
Drifting.
This is Tom's actual shirt that he wears.
Because it's so wide.
It's so wide. There's that one.
That's the drifting shirt. And then this is what Bob's been practicing
RC.
for a lot.
Ooh.
Oh,
This must be.
That's your
This
size.
is your other shirt.
That's the
This is
the
sexy time.
medium. That's the medium shirt.
Yeah. So there is.
And Bobby has been
RC.
practicing a lot with the RC cars.
Yeah. Going to the RC shop tonight.
And it's not Thursday.
It's Tuesday.
But they're only open
Gotta
late on
get more
Thursday.
stuff.
Are they open late on Tuesday? Oh, now they're opening the shop after hours for
Yes.
Bobby. They're like,
Yes. As much
he just
as we
schedules an
spend,
appointment.
Yeah.
So
We do like to spend money at the RC.
Bobby's got 6 RC cars, and he's dialing them in like the 4-link on this. How many sets of tires for your car?
6 sets.
6 sets of tires for different road conditions, right?
And 24 different gear ratios.
Did you get your fancy gear ratio?
And
The one that you
5
said was
different
the
battery
special
packs.
order, like.
No, and then I go pick up my new body tonight too.
Then it's not out of the box.
'Cause
At some point in time,
I have
Bob, this is no
multiple-
longer out of the box.
No, it's the rules. You wrote the rules.
I didn't write the rules. Frank wrote the rules.
Okay, Frank wrote the rules. We're following them.
But at some point, out of the box, doesn't it? Or does that mean all the parts you bought came out of a box?
Pretty much.
So you didn't whittle anything yourself.
Pretty much.
But either way, we'll take you through all the stuff on the Durango, get you up to speed with it. There'll be another update video coming soon, but progress come along. It's going to be a badass vehicle when we get it running. So I don't know if I told you, but AJ will be back tomorrow to help with some of the other stuff to set up, get that engine stuff finalized. Aiden will be back. He's got school tonight. He'll be back and continue wiring stuff. But hey, maybe at the end of this video, I did see the preview of some of the stuff, and Aiden's talking about how the headlights aren't going to work. Well, I already saw him post something that he had the headlights working. So
He sent them to me. He did not have
no, the headlights themselves.
headlights themselves. He has the running light turn signal working, but I never saw the actual
Yeah, because I think that we do not
high and low
have.
beam.
We don't have the wiring harness for this headlight. Has 2 connectors. We only had one of the connectors. So, but either way, thanks for watching, guys. Hey, go grab some swag while that stuff lasts, because that obviously will sell out. It'll sell out for sure at Powerfest. So if you want it, grab before Powerfest. And there you go. Thanks.
Microphone. So yeah, Brian, it's Bob here on location at 6 Speed Company World Headquarters, if that's what we call ourselves, because we don't really know. But yeah, here I am assembling the front end steering. What else did I do today? Steering, all the brake pedal and all this stuff I put in today. So this stuff is all polished and ready to rock. So yeah, in about 20 minutes I'll be on the back of the car putting the rear end in. Oh yeah, Bob out. Clean out the powder so the damn bolt will go through it.
I'm not trying to.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Why? You are always telling me how to do mine.
That's never the case. Okay. In. Jelly bean. How much pinion angle do you think we got? We just do a quick eyeball setup so it's half-assly close to where it should be. How much do you think we have?
You're getting a new tank from Aeromotive with this pump, right?
What's the third wire for?
Is that still going to use this controller, or is that
It'll
because
still use that controller.
some of them the controller is built into the top?
Is that one on there built into the top? You're getting the same tank as in there.
Well, that's a 15-gallon tank.
That's a 20-gallon. You're getting the same setup, just a smaller tank.
One is tack to that.
So gray stack,
Yeah, Gary's tack.
power growth.
Or actually, it might be the opposite. This side might go to the pump. Whatever it is, the odd color is tack.
You're right, because it's a smaller wire. That's it.
Yeah.
So these two, these more than likely go to the pump.
Yeah. 6-gauge minimum to that controller, but
Wow. Okay.
I can't imagine a 4-foot run really needs 6-gauge when that's, I guess I don't know what this is inside, but pretty tiny.
Well, you've seen the calculators, haven't you?
No.
Let me show you what's going on. Go ahead and take a measurement of which length you're looking for.
7 foot at like the longest points it could be, I guess. That'd be going, if a power stud's roughly here, for a starter and alternator hook too. going across, up this bar, down that bar and over.
I just don't know how they expect you to connect that to that.
That's what I asked, and they said solder. I said, okay. If the alternator's here, the pump's going here.
Yeah, you gotta remember, you gotta account for your ground. So the ground is part of the circuit too. So where we're gonna pick ground up is your next question, if you want at the firewall or not. It's the easiest place.
Which I don't think, yeah, there's no ground stud out here anywhere. There's one inside the firewall, there's one at the back of the car.
I mean, you do have a couple good ground locations on where these motor plate mounts are that are not in use. I mean,
It's crazy.
So distance is your enemy when you're talking 60 amps. And that's why you need what you need to do it. And it's purely, if you were to say anything that is a motor, high current, generally a 5 or 10% drop is acceptable. Your 1s and 2%, very rarely will you need something to only drop 1%, especially if you have a 14 volt system. If you have a 14 volt system, you're charging at 16 volts.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything's designed for charging at 14 volts. 10% drop at 14 volts is 1.4, right?
Yeah.
So we can have a 10% drop at 16 volts, and that's equivalent to, no drop really on any other system. Can you make all this? Can you make a panel on the side of the gas tank or something? Because honestly, there's power. So, whichever, there it is there. If you can mount this,
Yeah, it's sure your power and ground can go straight to the relay there.
your ground can't. There's no ground here. But you can see that's there. Now you could feed this with power, just straight power. But you've got to mount that and that along with that somewhere.
so what, the one's your relay, the one's your fuse?
Yep. So just think of that as your fuse. That's your relay. So this gets constant power to here, this side. This is just a 70 amp relay is all this is. And it's connecting these two terminals when power and ground's provided there. So these are your signal. And it's just a big contactor inside there that's doing
And then
that.
what's your step up, like when you're 0 to 5 volts or whatever, it kicks in the high mode?
There is none in this, other than if this was possible.
Yeah, that's your 0 to 5 volts or whatever is your yellow. But they also show that you can do constant low by connecting it to ground and constant high by connecting that to 12 volts.
Okay. Pump up real quick so we know what we're dealing with there.
He did have the paperwork open, so.
So what I would do is simply send the yellow wire into the holly. You can turn on and off when you want. And then I would take that relay. I would mount the relay right next to this controller. That way you can run constant power up there.
Yep.
And if you want to take that circuit breaker and move it to the firewall, that can be the distance. But if you put circuit breaker on the firewall, run a number 8 cable from the circuit breaker to the relay, and a number 8 to the ground, then you'll be fine.
All right, folks, Death Week update. We put the dates out there. We had the tracks. Well, we have the tracks confirmed, but then as we're getting pricing back from the tracks, the pricing is high, to say the least. Now, granted, whatever. I mean, the cities we're talking about, like, I mean, in Arizona and San Diego and LA and I mean, I guess big markets like prime markets, and just didn't expect the pricing to be as high as they are. So it does not make economic sense because shit, we'd have to charge a $1,200 entry fee to put this on with 100 cars because they're not, the relative of scale with the less cars is not working out to less money for the track rentals and being able to get the stuff set up. So the event, I mean, it's August, and we're talking about an event that's going to happen in October. So short time frame for people to get off work and be able to do it, and basically it's at the point that we need 200 cars to participate in the event to just to cover the costs on what it would cost for the track rentals. I don't know that makes, I was only ever expecting about 100 cars to do the event anyway, so I mean, to get 200 cars to do it, I just don't know. So I mean, maybe it's a thing that we need to push towards next year, because now that we're finally getting the information back from the tracks and being able to work with the tracks to get something, like, I mean, maybe having a year to plan for it is going to be better. It's only going to be a one and done event anyway, so maybe it's a next year one and done event. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, I guess one possibility, which, give me your input, one possibility is that, hey, we put it on sale and we say, okay, well, here's Death Week, here's the dates and the tracks, and we give it some time to sign up, 3-4 days, and we see who signs up and who puts the commitments in, and then should we not get enough cars, we just refund the money, and then, hey, we tried. Like, I mean, give me your opinion on what you think, because that's what, I don't know what direction to go with it, because basically we're at a point where we would need 200 cars to participate, to make it worthwhile. I mean, I really want to bring some to the West Coast, and I mean, we've worked hard through different tracks, different everything, to come to the point where we finally got tracks to commit, and we thought it's all done. Like, but then, like you said, contracts come back, and it's way more than we expected for what we're doing. Historic drive, cool drive, like it, I mean, and maybe we make it less tracks and just more of the driving. I mean, as it stood, we were going to have, what were we going to have? 1, 2, 3. We were going to have three tracks over the 5 day or over the 7 days or whatever. Like one track, obviously our start and end track twice, and a testing day. But don't know. Opinions down there. If we did a, hey, sign up for it, and however many we get, like if we don't get 200, then we just refund everybody's money, or are we better off just pushing it to next year so people have time to plan, because it's an epic journey. Like everything that we have with the route, and like, I mean, from the Grand Canyon to the Strip to LA to San Diego to the Sequoia Forest to Death Valley, I mean, epic road trip. And I would hate to possibly can it forever, but at the same point, I just don't know if it works this year. So give me your thoughts.
And no matter what, your starter's going to be here.
Right.
So anything you add to the flex plate to take up the clearance is just going to make your starter situation worse.
Well, to me, I mean, let's take that hub off there now, put it on here, put the flex plate on here. Like, I mean, let's figure out all those details.
That works like slam dunk. I mean, that is on my Charger. That's exactly what I use. I'm getting you the same starter. So it'll just, these will end up being through, you'll drill these through.
Okay.
And then you'll just bolt the starter up to here, and that's it. So this flywheel, realistically, is going to have no adapter. A very small adapter. Because the starter, nope, that works out perfect actually. So it'll be the same adapter. The same adapter will go on here, and then the stock Challenger starter will just work. This is no different than having the face of the tranny here. If the motor plate wasn't here, the transmission face would be here. So that adapter that's on that motor, on this engine, with a, if you drill these two out and just put the factory starter on it, but the bell housing, the reed bell housing should have 3 bolts, 3 holes for the starter, and these all have to just be through holes.
This one goes into the block. That lower ear of the block Does it not?
It does not. This is all for the starter.
Okay.
Bobby, how were you able to stand up in here? I'm too wide.
Oh, let me jump in there. Come on. There you go.
I'm trying to put Reed in the middle. So we need all 3 of those holes?
Yes, for the factory starter.
Oh man, thanks. Thanks for catching that. Thanks a lot.
We got wires. We have a week or something. I started wiring that guy, but then there's no floors in it, so I couldn't really put the wires anywhere. So now they're working on putting the floors, so I'm back to this guy. And the race car stuff is fine. I know how that all works. But when you have OEM headlights and OEM taillights, and we figured out there's a computer screwed to the side of this headlight, and so that stuff's kind of confusing. I'm just kind of getting the wire there, and if we have time, we'll figure it out. If not, there's these crazy things called like LED pin lights or like strip lights that we'll just kind of tape it to the front of this, and we'll technically have headlights. But because I don't got time to figure out how that thing works, because it's obviously over CAN stock and then somehow turns into 12 volts. So I don't know. I don't really have time for that. But I got battery cable in there. I got Holly cable in there long enough. So we're working on extending the coils and injectors and stuff for this application, because we're not poking a hole in the firewall. We're going in the door jamb basically. So it's got to go pretty far, and it's not long enough. So we're making that work. Yeah, a lot of wires. There's no radiator in, so I can't really do a fan. There's no intercooler in, or intercooler tank, so I can't wire up the pump. There's no gas tank, so I can't wire up a fuel pump. There's a lot of no's, so it's kind of hard. I just keep moving. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of lost, but I keep putting wires in the car, so that has to mean something.
Good word is look at how I'm spray painting all over the powder coated chassis to add a alternator that we didn't know where it would go. So just little new brackets, little paint job, put the damn thing in and move on to fuel cell, ice box, wiring bracket for all the shit for the pump, and then a filter. What the hell else? Yeah, whatever. Now it's the time to swear. So is that it? 1 or 2 filters?
One filter, one regulator, one
Oh, the
pump.
regulator. I forgot about that.
It's right there too.
All that shit has to go on
all the
that
electronics.
little box.
And the filter is
As big
as big as the
damn-
box.
Yeah. So now it's the swearing part.
And Bob's got to do all that so I can finish wiring this stuff. 'Cause he's been too lazy to mount anything.
Getting off.
He's been out on vacation, and when it's crunch time.
And it was a pretty good vacation. It just needs to be done. This is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it at all, but when this is all the shit you got and it needs to be done today, this is the way you do it. It's hotter than hell, that's for sure. Now you put a washer on here and a nut, and this is your adjustment to tighten the belt. Pivots up here, swings on an arc, this pulls through, tightens that belt up. It's not such a bad idea, works okay.